Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. Today we've seen a little bit of upside on the ADA chart again, Bitcoin as well. Generally after the Fed interest rate decision, some positive sentiment again in the market, but that doesn't mean we are out of the woods yet. I think the corrections at least are not clearly over yet across the board. So I will obviously address that in the individual analysis updates. But for now, the wave count doesn't change. While ADA broke above the imminent resistance level here. Well, actually, it reacted first and then moved higher. I still see that as a B wave. So the wave count at the moment isn't really changing in any way. As I said to you, B waves can always extend. B waves, we always have to assume that, you know, when B waves are or corrective structures are in play, they might extend higher, especially as ADA didn't really give us the signal that the C wave had already started. Remember that level was down here at 52.4 cents. Yeah, that level, breaking below that level would have given us an additional signal and confirmation that the C wave is unfolding. So basically what did it do? The good old ADA chart. So ADA probably formed the WXY structure, basically an extended correction. So we have still our A wave down, we have our B wave to the upside, just a slightly overshooting B wave, and then possibly wave C could come down next, but I haven't got any evidence that this move up has topped, okay? So at the moment we could label this as a WXY structure that allows us to calculate an ideal target for the Y wave. At least there are some levels to watch, but as I always say, it's best not to trade within a correction. But that should be clear. We've been talking about that many times. Best to wait for the good setups. Yeah. So we've got here a W and X, and yeah, it's now reached a 100% extension. That is one of the key levels that you would expect in a Y wave. If it extends further, I would pay attention to the 70.8 cent level. If it goes significantly above that, well, then we have to assume that, one second, let me just change that to white here. Then we have to assume that the original wave count, well, not original wave count, basically then we have to assume that the wave 3 is still extending. How is that possible? Well, remember what we said actually when we saw that correction unfold to the downside. This support area was actually originally there for an extension of the third wave. So we highlighted that as long as the 49 cent level is holding, the third wave can easily extend, okay? But then also due to the situation with Bitcoin, I explained, okay, it makes to me more sense if we are already in the wave 4. For that, this could very well act as support for the A wave. Then we expected a B wave bounce. We had a bounce, quite a strong bounce though, that moved above the initial standard resistance. But that is not so important for B waves because B waves can always extend and overshoot. Been saying that in pretty much every video in the last few days, because we are on many charts in wave 4 corrections, and wave 4 corrections are typically characterized by fake outs and stuff like that. So always try to prepare you for that kind of stuff, especially when we're dealing with the fourth wave and also when we're dealing with with corrective structures and B waves particularly. Okay, so for now I'm watching for the price to potentially form a top up here. But what I need to see is a break below the last swing low to confirm the onset of the C wave. Now, where in the previous video I highlighted to you, I need to see a break below 52.5 cents. Yeah, this swing low to confirm that the C wave has started. It would now be just a little bit higher than that, 54.1. It's the X wave low. Break below that level would be confirmation that the C wave has started. Until then, we haven't got the confirmation that the C wave has started. Okay, so further extensions possible. Short-term trend is up, but it looks corrective on the way up. So very much still watching here for a potential pullback. to form. And yeah, support remains at 34.5 cents for the overall wave 4. Now that's only support. Yeah? Ideally, we don't even go down that much. But if this is already the wave 4 correction, the price should still make another low here below that A wave low overall. So below 50.7 cents. Yeah. But overall, as you know, we're tracking an uptrend for ADA. Would like to see that wave 4 and wave 5. That's quite far away, actually. Let me bring that in a bit. So we would like to see those 5 waves to form. At the moment, we only have 3 waves up. Yeah, the third wave can easily still extend because we never broke the support level, actually. Yeah. So what else is there to highlight? I don't think much more. So again, we have 3 waves down in the A wave. 3 waves down always means we might have to leave the door open for higher, especially as the support area did hold. Now, however, we only have 3 waves up, so it doesn't give us much clarity. Primary expectation would still be that we're in the 4th wave at the moment, but if we extend much higher, yeah, then we might still be in the 3rd wave. I think that's sort of the best definition of this. And overall, okay, if you're not, a lot of people shouldn't really care about the micro movements, yeah. Bear in mind, not every wave count is a recommendation to trade. Absolutely not. It's simply a tracking of structures. There is no reliable setup here at the moment. Reliable setups are 1-2 setups, impulses. Maybe if you like to, you can trade the boxes like the support box here, like the support box here. And if we get into this region, the support box here, but you have to decide that for yourself. These are typically the areas where reward is high and risk is low. Everything else is just tracking structures within a correction, which have to be adjusted frequently. That's just the nature of a correction. Now that we are entering corrections again, yeah, I always have to highlight that because a lot of new people coming in. Most of you who watch the videos here on a daily basis, you know that corrections are basically, they are there for capital preservation, whereas the impulses and the strong trends are there to make money. And in corrections, it's all about capital preservation. Definitely the worst idea is to try to trade the individual waves within corrections. Now, if you do that, that's fine, but it takes much more skill than, for example, simply trend trading. Okay, that's my update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.